Hi everybody, I am here today with my newest mini album. This is using the new Graphic 45 Flight of Fancy collection, and this is a bundle that I used from Scrap and Create that contains all of the pieces from the collection. So the 12 by 12s, the 8 by 8s, the ephemera pieces, and the chipboard frames and tags. So I used the entire collection here. It will be linked in the description box below to the Scrap and Create website if you want to go ahead and purchase this to follow along. Now there is a tutorial for this album. I will link it to my website and my Etsy shop in the description box below, as well as this overlay here. This is made from chipboard, and I will have this available to purchase from my Etsy shop as well. Now this album is 8.5 by 8.5, and it has a 2 3/4 inch spine. It does have lots of flowers on it. These are from Scrap and Create, as well as some of the charms that come with the collection when you purchase the bundle, and these metal pieces as well. And then I've added some pearls and some charms, or some pearls and some crystals throughout the album. The back is just plain. Now this has 4 pocket pages, and it is matted currently to hold 63 photos, but it will actually hold much more than that because the large photo mats in the pockets are not matted. So this album will hold well over 70, so probably closer to about 80 photos. It's held together with a ribbon closure here. And opening up on the inside front cover, the back cover is the same. Now on this, I've made a magnetic closure here using one of my ephemera pieces. This is a waterfall feature that holds 4 by 6 photos. I did not cover these since the photos will go here, but there's still plenty of paper left over. So if you want to cover yours, then you still actually have plenty of paper that you could do so. On the first page here, I have several of the crystals, and I have a gem here for the eye just to give it some extra decoration. I have the eyes here on these hummingbirds with some pearls as well. Got the chipboard piece with one of the charms from Scrap and Create. This is magnetized, it opens up, room for a photo here. Opens up this way, room for 2 photos there. These are open so that the photo will slide behind them. And then this opens up one more time. Now I did use the rub-ons in the collection. This is not a rub-on, but I did use the rub-ons in the collection, and so sometimes I just left the paper white because I liked the look of it with the rub-ons behind it. So like here with this photo mat, I just put the rub-ons on. I left the back plain because the photo will take up the entire area. Now, if you wanted to cover this because you don't want to see the white paper, like I said, there is plenty of paper left over, so you could cover all the surfaces. There aren't very many of them, but if you wanted to cover them, you could. Now, all of my photo mats in my pockets are the same size. They have different papers on them. I've just got a 1/4 inch strip or 1.5 inch strip on the ends, and then plenty of room to put photos, so you can make a photo collage here however you wanted, whatever size photos, or you could journal here. Now I did go ahead and leave my photo mats sticking out of the edge of the page, but they are big enough, or they're small enough that they will fit inside of the page if you don't want yours sticking out. On the back of the page, this is a magnetized closure, and then this actually comes out. So there's room here for 2 photos, and you could also put another photo on the back side. Then this opens up, room for a photo here. This is open, and then this flips down. So we've got a little journaling card here, room for a photo, and then here we've got these, room for photos here as well. All of my fronts do have some additional embellishments on it. So this one just has some of the flat back pearls. This one has a couple pearls and crystals, and then one of the charms. This is a magnetized closure. It flips up, and then we have a double waterfall here. These hold 3x4 wallet size photos. Then we have a journaling card tucked here, and you could place more photos there. Then behind the waterfall is a large pocket, and this has 2 photo mats, and you could place multiple photos here. You could put photos on the front side as well. Just depends on what you want to do. In the pocket, there is another large photo mat, just like the first one, just different papers. On the back side of the page, I have popped up this. This was from the ephemera pack. It was actually the same image that was on the card. It was not quite the same size. So I popped this up on chipboard, and then I put these two little butterflies, and I've got just the centers of them in here down just to give it a little bit of dimension. Then I've got some pearls and gems. This is magnetized. It opens up. There's room for a photo here, and then one of the small journaling cards just tucked under this piece. In this pocket, I have a little booklet, room for 2 wallet-sized photos, or 3 if you want to place one on the back. Then this opens up again, room for another photo, and this is open. Then you could place more photos here on the page if you wanted to do so, or you could just look at that really pretty paper. Then in the back, this has a large belly band with a large photo mat here, room for a 4x6 photo. And again, you could place more photos here if you choose to do so. For the front of page 3, I have this little photo mat here. It has the rub-ons again, so just the white cardstock. I put the large flower and a piece of chipboard and some crystals on it just to give it some more decoration. Now on the back of this one, I did use a piece of the Patterns and Solids to make it a little bit sturdier, because this actually, when this is in here, it holds that flap closed, so I wanted it to be a little bit more substantial. This opens up, and here there is another little pocket. So I have tucked in here one of the journaling cards, and I made a small photo mat for a wallet-sized photo. And there's plenty of room in a lot of these pockets that you could actually add more photo mats if you wanted to do so. So this album will hold a ton of photos. Another photo spot down here. And then in the center, these open out, and then you can place photos on this page if you want to. I've got 2 photo mats in here. Plenty more will fit. These are 4x6 photo spots here, but then you can add some additional photos if you need more. Then, like I said, this will hold that page closed. And then there is a large photo mat in this pocket, matching the first 2. On the back side of the page, I have some of the chipboard here. I've got one of my charms. I've got some pearls. This is magnetized. It actually opens up. This is a journaling card here, and then this flips open for 2 wallet-sized photos. Then this actually flips open again, and it's a trifold. You can put multiple photos here. You can place a photo here, or you can just see that pretty paper if you have photos on all the purple. And then here I've got a journaling card tucked behind that belly band. Or in that pocket, I'm sorry. And then in this pocket, I only have 1 photo mat here. I used the rub-ons again, and I put some paper on the back to make it a little bit sturdier. But this is a large pocket, so multiple photo mats will fit behind there. Then on the front of page 4, I've layered up several different things. So this is one of the ephemera pieces. I've cut a piece of the postage stamp from the ephemera pieces, added some crystals. This tag here is actually where the magnet is. It's got one of the charms on it. And then I do have some flat back pearls here as well. When this opens up, that band, it actually is that full sheet from the 8x8 collection. And these open up, room for 4 photos. Now these are actually open, so the photo will slide behind it. So if you wanted to put a 4x4 or a 3x3 photo, you could place this here. Or you could do a 3x4 photo and you could fit it there. Then in the pocket, I have a large photo mat for a 4x5 photo, and then I have one of the journaling cards. Now this is one of the areas where I used the rub-ons on the pocket, and I didn't add any paper behind it because I like the look of the white behind the rub-ons. But if you wanted to add paper here instead, there's definitely plenty of paper left that you could cover that. Now in the pocket, we have our 4th and final large photo mat. On the back side of the page, I have another one of those large flowers. I've taken one of the ephemera pieces and placed it down here, and I've got some of the crystals and some of the pearls. This is magnetized, it flips up, room for a photo, another room for a photo here. And then in this pocket, we have a little journaling card, and then I have made a booklet, room for photos there, and these are open so the photos can tuck behind it if you need a larger spot. And then this, you could place a photo here, or I like to just see some of the pretty paper, so that's why I have alternating spots like that. This is another one of those areas where you could add more photo mats. This belly band goes the whole length of the page, and I've only added one. It's a 4x6 photo mat. This is open so the photo will slide all the way underneath of it. Obviously, you can place plenty of photos under here. You could stack a couple if you wanted to, or you could even make a larger photo mat. Then on the back cover, just like on the front cover, I have a magnetized closure. And then this waterfall, plenty of spot for photos. And there are no paper pieces on here, but you've got plenty of paper left over that you can cover it if you would choose to do so. So especially with the front and the back, if you don't like the looks of that, there is plenty of orange paper, the pattern and solid paper left over. I just don't like orange paper typically, so I use it sparingly, and I didn't like the look of it here, so I chose not to use it. But if you choose to do so, that is perfectly fine. So this is it for my Graphic 45 Flight of Fancy mini album that was designed for Scrap and Create. This album is also available for sale, so if you are interested in purchasing it, there's a link to my website where you can purchase the completed album. If you are interested in making your own album, don't forget to check out the links in the description box below for the tutorial. And if you want to purchase the overlay here that you use to make the album, it is just this top piece, so you do not actually have to purchase this to make the album. The rest of the album, the actual album itself, you'll be making out of your own chipboard, so that does not come with the overlay. So the overlay is just this white piece on the top that's sitting here, and then all the rest of it is just typically how you would make an album. So you do not have to purchase this if you don't want to, but you still want to make this album. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.